What movie spooked you the most?
Ah, off the back, Exorcist. When I
So you
was
actually
probably
watched it?
no, I watched 10 minutes of it. The worst part. My friend was a dick. He was like a little bit older than me, like a year or 2 years older than me.
Uh huh.
And I went to his house, which was across the street from my house at the time. And this man literally put on. He was like, "Oh, we should watch this little part of this scary movie." Me being a dumb, younger, naive kid, said sure, and he put on The Exorcist. Bro, I slept with my mom for a week.
Get
Put
the
on that
fuck
part
out.
specifically that you just see the girl's head, and I was like, oh no.
You know they say there's a curse in that movie. Like some people from the cast and crew got like super sick and shit, and like
Yeah,
there's actually like documentaries on it.
I heard. I mean, honestly, to be quite honest with you, I would want to do a scary movie, but to a certain extent scary. Like when you're dealing with like exorcism, I believe in God, so I believe in that there's a dark entity as well. So I don't fuck with that shit. That's why none of that shit messes with me because I don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna continue not trying to poke a stick at it so it doesn't try to get back at me.
Do you
That's
feel
that's
like
kind of what I believe in.
do you feel like you attract those things if you watch those types of things? Maybe like horror films.
Not necessarily, no.
No, you don't think it
No.
could be a vessel?
I think if you're doing it constantly, it could.
Why just
Because whatever
constantly and not just like a one time thing?
Because I think if you're doing it constantly, whatever you constantly feed your mind becomes what your mind forms to. So you start thinking those dark thoughts, those demonic creatures and things. You start almost seeing your life as a scary movie and you start becoming more paranoid.
So that means it's part of your mind, not like reality.
Right.
So
But I mean, that's if you think about um, television, right? It's programming, so it's programming your mind. Whatever we watch, whether it's series, whether it's a movie, it's programming our minds to think in that way, whether we want to accept it or not. And when you just watch it once, it doesn't do that much of an effect. But I feel like if you're constantly watching
mhm,
that type of stuff, then it'll definitely do an effect.
right,
Some people I think are stronger than others. Some people have stronger mind than others, but it'll still affect you, no matter how much of a strong-minded person you are.
right.
In some type of deep subconscious level, I think you get affected by watching those type of movies.
Man, oh man. Hmm. True,
What about you? What was a movie that kind of really really stood out as far as scary for you?
bro. Like I watched this movie like a couple months ago. I think it's called Lights Out. Like I never get scared of like horror films at all. Like it doesn't phase me whatsoever. Even like The Exorcist, if I watch, I'm be like, whatever, you know. But this movie called Lights Out, visually, it spooked me the fuck out. Like I actually
Why is
kept.
it gory?
It's not. No, it's not like that at all. It's just the image of the shadow creeps me the fuck out, and it makes me think about it after I'm done watching the film.
Because you start looking at shadows.
Bro, as soon as lights are, cause like that's the whole gist of the movie. Is like its shadow only appears when the lights are absolutely out. So people like in the movie keep,
Stop! Don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me anymore. Stop talking. I want to watch it.
bro. It is literally like it's like an image that like,
I
well,
think I actually heard of this. This sounds familiar.
bro, and it's got a crazy plot twist. I actually enjoyed it a lot because it made me think about it afterwards. But dude, like just that image gets stuck in my head and it really like spooks me out, unlike any other
Programming.
horror films. Yeah,
It,
but
it's
there's
programmed into your
other
mind.
horror films don't do this to me. It's like this specific
Sure, but I
creature.
mean, but still, like it it does in a certain level, I think.
Hmm.
But this one, because it was, I don't know, maybe it just triggered you in a certain way that you maybe were scared of shadows when you were a little kid, or you got spooked or something,
Could
and you
be,
just,
could
you
be
know,
related to that. I never thought about that.
cause some people are scared of clowns and stuff like that. Like they could
Right.
watch it and be completely scared of clowns. I'm not scared of clowns at all. I've never been scared of clowns.
Right,
Ever.
right. Yeah, because it didn't really freak me out,
Yeah, no, not at all.
but I'm sure it did for some people.
Right. But I'm trying to think of a modern, for myself, scary movie that I watched that I was like, oh, damn. I recently watched Haunting.
The Haunted Hill House on Netflix.
No, no, no. Is it like something of Connecticut? Haunting,
Is it on Netflix? Where
haunting.
is it?
No, it's not on Netflix. I ended up having to rent it on Amazon because I couldn't find it anywhere else. The Haunting of Connecticut. That is what it is.
Haven't seen
Is
it.
it? I don't know if this is it, dude. Honestly, I don't remember, but I remember it was The Haunting something, and it's supposed to be one of the top scary movies of all time. And there's like number one, two, maybe there's a three.
Hmm.
And I watched it, and I was just like, eh. Also, I think because I don't watch too many scary movies, and I used to be a lot more scared when I was younger because I didn't understand movies. Nowadays that I understand how things are, even when I watch any movie, I'm analyzing things.
Yeah.
And I'm always analyzing it from a different perspective, whether it's from a directing perspective, sometimes from an acting perspective, sometimes from a lighting perspective, sometimes from a camera perspective,
Mm-hmm.
even sound. Like it's crazy. Sometimes I almost get lost in that I lose certain parts of the story. That's why nowadays I enjoy watching things more than once, especially something I really enjoyed watching in the first time.
Yeah, you pick up more information
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Especially because even in the writing, I think one of the greatest tools that you can use in writing is leaving out details and unveiling them later. If all the great movies have that, and all the
Yeah.
great series, so you gotta you. I think that's something that we have to get better in our writing.
Mm.
You almost have to have the whole story plotted out, and then the essential information you kind of pick it out to see what it is and which ones you could take away, so that the audience doesn't know till the end. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's like a puzzle, dude. You only
Yeah, yeah,
reveal
it's a
one
puzzle.
part of the image, and then you wait to, reveal the rest so people see the entire image.
Yeah, that's kind of where the smart writing in general, whether it's comedy or action or whatever, comes into play. Like for example, I put out a skit today that was a play on cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl, you were the one that filmed this. The girl walks in the car, she greets me, and she notices that her seat's kind of messed up. She's like, "Oh, okay, why is the seat messed up?" And I give her a BS excuse. And then she kind of starts playing with my excuse, like, "Oh, but I thought you said this, this, and that, and now you're telling me this, this, and this." So I give her some more BS, and then she looks over her shoulder after she puts on her seatbelt. She grabs a condom, and then I just feed her more BS. She leaves. As she's leaving, I'm trying to tell her to stop. Wait, babe. I grab her purse, and condoms fall out of her purse. That was the detail that I left out in the beginning.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That the audience finds out at the end.
Look at that. So you are already doing that.
I mean, we do that to a subconscious level for sure, because you definitely do that in your writing as well.
Yeah.
But to consciously know that means that you consciously try to do that more often. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.